Hi everybody, it's me Joe, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be another listening exercise. I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about 3 United States presidents, because as you can see, I'm in Washington, D.C., and behind me is the Capitol building. That's where the Senate and the Congress do their work. Okay? All right, so I want you to listen carefully, and then you're going to have to try and answer some questions. All right? This is good listening practice. Also, if this is your first time to my channel, why don't you think about subscribing and hit that little notification bell down below. If you do that, then when I upload a new video like this one, you will be notified and you will be super cool just like me. Okay, the first president that I'm going to tell you about is John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was the 35th president. He served from 1961 until 1963, when he was unfortunately assassinated. The interesting thing, or one interesting thing about him, was he was a speed reader. He could read 1,200 words a minute. As you know, presidents have to do a lot of reading, a lot of research. This is a big country. To run this, they need to know a lot of things. So John F. Kennedy was a speed reader, and he got all of his executive staff to become speed readers too. Okay? The next president that I'm going to give you an interesting fact about is Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford was the 38th president, and he served from 1974 to 1977. He actually wasn't elected president because he just replaced Richard Nixon, who resigned because of the Watergate scandal. So the interesting thing about Gerald Ford, and I didn't know this until yesterday, was that earlier in his life he did some modeling. He was in love with a girl named Phyllis Brown, who was a fashion model, and she also convinced him to do some modeling. So he was on the cover of Look magazine in 1940 and Cosmopolitan in 1942. Isn't that surprising? But then he gave up modeling to become a lawyer, and eventually he became president. The last president that I'm going to talk about in this video is Grover Cleveland. Grover Cleveland was the 22nd president. He served from 1885 to 1889, and then interestingly, he became president again in 1893 until 1897. Okay? I think he was the only president to serve 2 terms, but they were not consecutive. They were not together. Anyway, another interesting fact about President Cleveland was his job before becoming president was a sheriff and an executioner. He worked in the state of New York, and he had to execute 2 men. One, because he stabbed his mother, not Grover Cleveland's mother. The man stabbed his own mother. And the other was guilty of shooting a man after getting in a fight in a saloon. A saloon is a type of bar. Okay? So those are 3 interesting facts about 3 different presidents. So, I hope you listen carefully. Now, I want you to check out these questions. You check out the questions, and you can pause the video to see if you know all the answers. I'll come back afterwards and tell you the answers. Okay, here are the questions. Number 1, which president was a really fast reader? Number 2, What 2 magazine covers had Gerald Ford on them? Number 3, who was Gerald Ford in love with? 4, what state did Grover Cleveland work in? And number 5, true or false? A saloon is a type of government building. Okay, pause the video and try to answer the questions now. Okay, here are the answers to the questions. Number 1, which president was a really fast reader? John F. Kennedy, JFK. Number 2, what 2 magazine covers had Gerald Ford on them? Look and Cosmopolitan. Number 3, who was Gerald Ford in love with? Phyllis Brown. Number 4, what state did Grover Cleveland work in? New York. And number 5, true or false? A saloon is a type of government building? That is false. It's a type of bar. Okay, did you get all the answers right? I hope so, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more opportunities to learn English, remember to check in the notes of all my videos. There's links down there to help you improve your English even more. That's all for now. Bye-bye.